How did I end up writing this book together with Don McGreal? That's a really long story. So if I really lay everything out, it started in 2015 at the Agile conference in Washington, D.C. Don and I, we were both at the conference, and we sat down and we talked about the product owner curriculum somehow, and we had some ideas about it. So we checked out of all the conference talks and everything. So we went to the bar, had a martini, and we just said, how would we took out our laptops, how would we teach the class? And we thought about value is the most important aspect. So we have to really bring in value first. Then we realized it doesn't really work like that. We have to first kind of talk about Agile product management and then talk about value and so on. And the conference, 5 days, we thought, yeah, in 5 days, we can do that. And after 5 days, we weren't done. So we had about half. And then we kept on just say, what shall we do? We have something really good here, but it's not complete. So we kept on working on that. Another 3 months using Skype calls and things like that. And then we had it ready. And then we basically showed it to Scrum.org. We showed it to Dave West. We showed it to Ken Schwaber, and they both kind of liked that. And then we kind of took ownership. We became the stewards for the product owner training at Scrum.org. And while then basically we were then creating this training exactly the way we thought about it, and took care of maintaining it. Sometimes people discovered that there's something wrong on the slides, or they had some other ideas. Then I was at Scrum Day London. I think this was 2016 or something like that. And I sat down with Dave West and I just said, we talked about product ownership. And at some point he said, I talked to Ken, and what we really need is a book about proper product ownership. And so I looked at Dave and just said, I think what you're telling me. And he said, yeah. So then I called up Don in the evening and just said, you know what? I need to talk to you. Are you ready to write a book about product ownership? And he said, yeah. I mean, honestly, I had a book started with someone else years ago. We didn't finish it. I just said, yeah, I mean, in the worst case, we don't finish it, but let's give it a try. And this is basically how we then started writing the book. It took us 1.5 years. It was a really interesting process. And then it's really nice once you have your baby in your hands. And actually, the funny thing is, it's really translated now into simplified Chinese, South Korean, Polish, German. So it's kind of doing a good job, I guess.